So for today, we're going to be looking at the Stasis armor set for the Warlocks. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the shader video. They're both right here. And we've already done the Hunter and Titan video. They're both right here as well. Definitely check them out because I do think they're worth it. Specifically, the review video, I showcase just how they look and how they shader and my personal thoughts. And the shader video specifically, I show you all my favorite shaders. For the Hunter and Titan video, we're going to be doing what we essentially did in those videos, which we take a piece from the Stasis video or the Stasis armor set and then make individual sets from that one piece. That's how I usually do it, so that way we can stretch the fashion muscles, so to speak. And yeah, for this one, we're going to be looking at Warlocks. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I had a lot of fun making y'all's because it was just really fun. And even though I still hate that armor, for the Warlocks, it's a little bit different because you guys do have better exotics for that. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because it also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to be looking at this set, and I think I want to say this is my favorite set just because it looks so damn beautiful. But there's other sets here that I'm like, yo, I think I was cooking a little. So the cryosphere hood and gloves, the helium reactor ornament, the helium reactor ornament for the whatever exotics, the arms. Hold on, let me actually be a decent YouTuber right now and tell you for what ornament. I think it's sellable right now, or you can buy it right now. Here it is. It's the Warfire ornament for the Sun Bracers. And for the actual exotic itself, we're going to be using the Mindstriders with the transversive steps, or specifically the Mindstriders ornament for the transversive steps. Sorry, I'm terrible. And then the Royal Protector bond, shaderized dreadful symmetry, and I love this set. It looks so cool, mind you. Mindstriders is not, or specifically transversive steps is not a Stasis specific exotic, but it's a subclass agnostic, so you can use it on Stasis and it doesn't matter. So do I think this is the best set? I want to say yes, just because I do think it looks cool, but I can't say it's the best because honestly, there's two other sets here where I'm like, I don't know if this one's the best, so you guys will have to choose for me. But for the second piece, we're going to be utilizing the helmet again, and then the crystal sphere bond. For the actual exotic itself, it's going to be the I forget what these big bitches are called, but it is the Ballador's Wrath Weavers. For the chest piece, Hexer robes, and then for the boots, Royal Protector boots. Omnicronia for the shader, and I think this one's super cool. Very much a warrior, like a Stasis warrior vibe, which is kind of like the whole point. Now, I did think about using the cryosphere boots, but unfortunately, Hexer robes kind of covers that up, so I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And the cryosphere bond came up, so I think this one's really, really cool. This is one of the sets where I was like, I don't know if this one's the best or I don't know, because it fits so well. I think the Omnicronia is doing some heavy lifting here, just because if you know Omnicronia, you know Omnicronia has a blue glow for the shader, or it has a blue glow. There we go. And yeah, I definitely think it looks better on males though, just because on females it looks a little bit bulky compared to the males. It looks still bulky, but like, okay, I can believe, or not believe, but I can accept this amount of bulky. For the females, it's just kind of like, it just feels like I'm wearing fucking iron on each side, which essentially you are. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this set. As for the next set, Rime Coat raiment for the exotic, and then for the cryosphere pieces, it's going to be the gloves and boots. For the other pieces, it's going to be Unyielding Favor hood, and then Lightkin bond. Shaderized ultraplasmic, and honestly, I think this set's really cool as well. Honestly, I don't know what it is, dude. I think it's the fact that like the arms and the boots give the chest piece much more personality, I guess you would say. I do think the Lightkin bond is probably not the best choice here. If I'm being honest, I did want to use the arc bond, which is just like a rock, but unfortunately it has like electricity going through it, which is not what I wanted for this. And then the Unyielding Favor hood, I wanted a helmet that was like really big, because the collar on this is crazy. So if you use like a small helmet, it's just gonna look kind of goofy. So you definitely want a helmet that's a little bit higher, but also like very like ornamental. So yeah, I think I want to say this was the best one, just because like I would actually use this in a build, because Rhymecoat Raiment is actually like pretty decent if I remember correctly. I'm not saying the Balladors is not good at all or anything, but it's just for me, I would much rather use the Rhymecoat Raiment. Fourth set unfortunately uses an exotic that I love, but I don't think the set is good. So let's just go to the fourth set, which we're gonna be using Osmiomancy gloves with the Endothermia ornament for the helmet, Street Scholar cover, the Cryosphere robes and bond, and then the Shadow Broker boots. I think this set is pretty decent now that I'm actually really looking at it, because I think the helmet and the boots were the best choice for this, because it definitely looks like my Warlock. Like when you look at the armor without the crystals, it actually looks really good together, and it looks like the crystals are actually kind of like forming outside of my body, which is kind of like the thing, but it looks like it's happening like organically, not like just crystals here and there. So I actually think this one's really cool. Ultra Plasmic, again, we're using just because it's a good shader. And yeah, you know what, now that I think about it, this actually might be my favorite, which is weird. To be fair, I think like all the sets in this video is really, really good. And if I'm being quite honest with myself, I do think the last one's probably the better one, just because now that I look at it in a new light, where it's like, because I probably should explain myself what I mean. So like the chest piece, if you don't see it with the crystals, it goes really well with the boots and the helmet, because it looks like it's all one set. That's kind of like my focus on this. It looks like my Warlock just activated Stasis and all those crystals just appeared. I really hope you guys get what I'm trying to say with this. Like, without the crystals, I think the set would be a banger, because then it would actually look like each piece was made for each other, and that's such a hard thing to do for fashion. Like making a set where it's like, oh, that set looks cool, where'd you get it? It's like, oh, I'm using like completely different pieces from different sets. That is such a huge compliment in my head. Like when someone's like, oh, where'd you get that set? It's like, no, I made this, like I did this. This is like original kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of where my head goes. I know I explained this one quite a bit, but I really need you guys to understand like my thought process on this one, because it's just, I think it's really, really cool. So Warlocks, let me know which one it was your favorite. I definitely think the fourth one should be considered, just because again, it looks really cool. And when you see it in that light of like, if you don't see the crystals, but see it as the Warlock just activated like her super or their super, then it makes more sense, because it's like, oh, well, now the crystals make more sense. And then once they're powered down and the crystals are not there anymore, the overall design of the armor goes well with the other pieces, like insanely good. So I would most likely say if the fourth one didn't exist, it would either be between the third or the second one. The first one's really cool, but I am using a subclass agnostics exotic, which is why I'm like, whatever. Because if I was rocking Stasis, I probably wouldn't use the transversive steps, but I would definitely use the Balladors or the Rhymecoat. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, still making content for y'all, and I'm actually thinking about doing some cool things for the channel specifically. I think for the next expansion that's coming up, I will most likely be opening up my Discord finally. And that's going to be really fun, because we're going to be pushing a lot of content for the next expansion, just because I am going to be playing a lot of it. Just because the new armor system, the new weapon systems, I'm really excited about it, but I'm also kind of not excited about it. More so just because like, now that I'm technically retired from doing like hard content, I don't really see the point in farming or grinding, which to be fair, I'm not really retired. It's just my clan died and I don't really have the drive to find a new clan. But yeah, I probably will talk about it before the expansion comes up, just because I do think Bungie has a problem right now when it comes to like, what am I going to be doing in the next expansion? Because they still haven't said anything. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.